Namaste, and welcome to 50 Shades of Great. Come to your senses with me. I'm Kee McGraw. I'm a doctor of health theology, and as such, I am thrilled to present you with these 50 tools with which you can utilize your senses to bring yourself evermore to your own particular greatness. In this way, healthcare professionals might also be able to utilize these tools in working with your clients as well as your students. You are welcome to continuing education hours for your time spent here, and for those healthcare professionals who are interested in receiving a certificate of completion for the efforts that you're about to make, stay tuned for further details online.
Consciousness, sound.
Continuing now along the path of light, the element of light, and our ability to utilize the sense of sight. Now doing so as it applies to the throat chakra. The throat chakra, as we have been with before, is the area of the conveyance of material through sound and sound waves, and for us to be able to see sound is what this particular tool is about and for. Along the path of Hatha Yoga, there is a collection of tools which are called yantras, and yantras in particular are images depicting energy which are utilized to bind the mind to steadiness as we focus our attention upon them. Yantras, as they especially apply to the seed syllable sounds, are what I would like to present you with in a way that might be clear and in a way that might inspire you to make use of these particular images as depicted here in this mobile. The 7 chakras and their particular seed syllable sounds are now depicted in these yantras, or visual images that are bringing through the energy that's associated with each of the particular chakras. So the first one down here at the bottom, the root chakra, is depicted in its yantra with the energy of the root, and with it that elemental force of the earth. Here, the second chakra is depicted, and with it, its orange colorations and the general element of water. And here, as we see the yantra for the solar plexus chakra, we have an awareness of the yellow and golden colorations, and with it the particular element associated with the solar plexus of fire. And here the yantra for the heart chakra, and with it the colorations of green, and with it the elemental force of air. And here's the yantra for the throat chakra, and the colorations of blue, and with it the element of ether. And here we are working today and through this whole path of the third eye chakra, and doing so with its elemental force of divine light and our ability to see, and the colorations of purple, violets. And here, the depiction of the yantra of the crown chakra, and with it, the colorations generally arriving at something white or clear, bringing together all colorations, all potentials that might be able to be seen in light. as you steady your eyes and focus upon those particular images of the yantras or the images of the yantras that you are familiar working with, you are starting to bring through your ability to see, and with it, your ability to have a keen sense of the vibratory frequency conducted through the ether when we chant the bija mantras and when we chant the sound of the chakra field itself. In this way, when we are chanting and bringing through the energy of each chakra, and we'd like to then be able to see that vibration of the chant of the chakras, we turn to the yantra, utilizing yantra and mantra as a way to consider consciously making use of sight and sound together to bind our mind to the steadiness and stillness required for us to be at peace and to know that we're one with all things. The process of creating your own yantra would be a further expression of this particular tool. In these depictions of one yantra at a time, we have a chance to steady the mind as we consider the particulars that go into the image of each yantra. Here, this is the depiction of the root chakra's yantra, the Muladhara chakra, and with it, its 4 particular petals. And the seed syllable sound, here are the 4 petals surrounding the image, and with it the seed syllable sound that's depicted on the inside of the image of the yantra, which is associated with the consonant L and the seed syllable sound of long. Here, for the second chakra, the Svadhisthana chakra, we have the seed syllable sound of Vang, and it is depicted within the circle and the crescent moon, surrounded by the 6 petals that are associated with the second chakra. This is the yantra for the 3rd chakra, the solar plexus chakra, or the Manipura chakra. And with it, we can maybe see that there's a downward pointing yellow triangle, and within it, there's the seed syllable sound that begins with the consonant R, or Rang. And in this way, we can see surrounding the image of the bija mantra, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 petals that surround the Manipura chakra. And here the depiction of the heart chakra, the Anahata chakra, and with it its seed syllable sound within that begins with the consonant Y and the sound of Yang. The mantra depiction is contained within a 6-pointed star and then surrounded
by 12 petals.
In the yantra that allows us to see the visual image of what the sound current of Yang would look like, and the way that this starts to help us to concentrate in the heart chakra so that we can open and balance the heart ever more readily, ever more consciously, and ever more willingly. Here the depiction of the throat chakra, and with it its consonant of H and the sound of Hang. And so the seed syllable is seen within the circle, so we have the hung inside the circle, inside the downward pointing triangle, with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that would be 16 petals surrounding. In this way, it's as if the petals help to support and protect the seed syllable within, and as we focus our eyes on the yantra, the experience within is one of that vibrational similarity resonating in our throat, helping to open the throat and to allow it to be clear and in right usage. Using that throat chakra to sing the praises of what's good and right. Next, as we come into the third eye chakra, and with it the yantra of the 2 petals surrounding the opening of the third eye, with ang as the seed syllable sound, and here the depiction of ang in the particular script of Sanskrit, bringing through the sound of om. So here we have the ang seed syllable of om within the triangle downward pointing inside the circle with the 2 petals, and it's in this way that we are able to bind the mind to steadiness as we utilize our ability to see with divine light the yantra or depiction of what sound might look like as it applies to the third eye. And last but not least, and truly it could be more appropriately stated that this could be the first chakra instead of the last chakra, but this is the yantra or depiction of the vibrational frequency that governs the crown chakra, the Sahasrara chakra. And with it, the seed syllable sound is reduced to simply a bindi, just a dot of intention, a dot of light, as its seed syllable sound is om. And as such, the 1,000 petals here are depicted with about 1,000 strokes of many different colors coming together to bring through the image of the yantra of the crown chakra, which is otherwise depicted as the 1,000-petaled lotus, unfurling the petals, unfurling the blossoming, opening evermore to our central knowledge. It is in these ways, whether you elect to recreate the yantras or if you choose to focus on the chakras in the yantras in this format, or truly in the format that works well for you. Here, behind me, we have yet another image of the chakras, and in this way, the root chakra is on the ground and the second chakra is starting to climb up in a way that is not visible unless I pick that up for you to see. And otherwise you can see that we've been utilizing the yantras throughout the entirety of this video series, bringing through these many tools of the path of Hatha Yoga, bringing them through in such a way that you're able to cross from one sense to another, this trans-sensual experience of drawing together one sense into another, helping us to ever more completely bring ourself into a state of integration for our overall system. In this way, we utilize yantras on a regular basis and have the images of the chakras around us in our homes as well as in our yoga studios, and we bring it through for you so that you can also maintain these reminders of the sounds of the path in a way that's visible for you, so that whatever it is that goes on in your day-to-day activities, the sights and the sounds of your everyday life are ongoingly refreshed and reminded as we take a pause and study and focus on the yantras. even just a moment to lift your head from your computer screen and look at a depiction of a yantra on the wall can start to bring you back into your own ability to resource at a moment's notice. So in this way, allow yourself to enjoy your visual ability to see, sound, as we utilize the tools of the yantras. And now allow yourself to rest onto your back, lying down. And you're welcome to stay as long as it's right for you, so that you might integrate the energy that's been freed up from the use of this one particular tool. And once you've concluded, allow yourself to come back up into the vertical position. Pause to notice the changes that have taken place in your body, mind, and spirit. And as you do so, join me as we offer our voices in gratitude to the path. Inhaling. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's be with the peace that's deep within. Joy Bhagwan. And Namaste.